Afternoon, people. Just heading out to the work. Well, I better close the van back door. What do you call it? Lid? Yeah, been actually working for myself. It's actually down the end of the property there, or the front of the property, doing a water blasting the fence because I'm contemplating painting or staining it to make it look tidy for the photo shoot that's going to be here next week. Yay. And I've got, I shouldn't be in the workshop, I should be doing this stuff outside, shouldn't I? Tidying up that and moving that. Ah dear, that's what happens. Now, last night, gee, I don't know what the heck I was on, but I was super animated, and the old chatter was going flat out, even more so than normal. And while I didn't actually cover it specifically in the video, I was talking about, however, making up some legs that come from the tabletop, the workbench top, down onto the floor, make a couple of them up, and then they can have pins put in them so I can put my panels in for edge banding it. Much, much easier way of doing it, I've got to say. But I came up with several ideas, and then when I went inside, I thought, hang on, the very thing that I was talking about was going to be easily accommodated, and that is, doesn't matter what panel I'll be adding to it, if I put a rail, something like this, and it is wide enough to have holes, sorry about not pointing the camera, a bit of a habit of that, so yeah. If I make something like this, what is it? How wide is it? Come on, I'll tell you how wide is it. It's just over 60 millimeters. And how thick is it? And it is about 30 millimeters thick. If I drill bench dog holes in this, it can sit hopefully flush with the edge of the panel that it will pin to. Holes drilled in the sides of this piece of timber, and then something like this can be pinned into place at whatever height or single hand orientation. So that, in short order, takes care of that. Because I was making the comment that, like being able to pin it in place, well, a rail like that would accommodate it. Not only that, this is where it came from, if I wanted then to take that same rail over here, well, if that top has got the same spaced holes, I can put this on that top, which is at a totally different height, and that same panel can just pin to the other top. One, what are you going to call it? Mounting rail. Okay, we'll have to come up with a naming convention. But a mounting rail placed there could take that, take the mounting rail, put over there, could take that, but at a different height. Yippee, taken care of. So that way we can combine panels that we already have. Like I've already got that because it was now semi-redundant because it replaced the tops on the miter station. That's the other one over there. So now, just by having that one rail, I can accommodate all these other options as and when they come up, and it may be that is better suited for the task in hand. So, well, the question is, why not? And the answer is exactly. And the whole point with the SBS, the Sketchy Builder system, is that it's good when one item can be used in multiple ways. Obviously, that's just a better way of going. It's a bit like this parallel arm. It can have an attachment added to it for a tapering jig, which may or may not be used. It can be stored away, not a problem. Added to it as and when needed, Of course, this is would be round the other way, to be used with the track saw. Yay! Not a bad thing, I would suggest. And then we can swap it round as it is now into this orientation to be used with the dimensioning router. Yippee! So that's now a multiple use accessory. So that's where the guide gauge fence gizmo, that's where it came from. That it can accommodate those different facilities or capabilities from the one item, and it can be put on any place, and that could come off there and go over there. And anyway, there'll be a mini version of this, a half size one made eventually. I had a small one, but then I ditched it for when I started making this one. Now this one is kind of like an intermediate one, and I had a larger one that could mount not this way, but along this way, that could do the long strips, support the long strips. But now this size can do both. It's good for supporting the material when I'm using the track saw in this orientation. I'm just remembering it's been swapped around. But quite quickly, I can pin a straight edge to what's already there and extend the capability of the fence for when I want to do long strips. So pick this up, spin it round, put it back down 90 degrees, push the long panels up against that, and then I can put the track rails, etc. on it. Maybe. And if not, I don't have to put them on. So that was the flexibility of it. And when I thought of this last night, and I thought, oh God, that was so easy after bouncing around all sorts of ideas. And I came up with that, and I thought, oh, damn, that's just too easy. So, yeah. And that comes down to, and I'll keep on harking on about this, or harping, getting to talk out loud the ideas that are banging around inside the head. As soon as you start to try and explain it to someone, you lot, then the ideas start to come, and sometimes they're not good, and you'll just reject them, and you sound like an idiot because they weren't a very good idea. A few of those videos I've probably deleted as well, but often, like this one, it came as I was walking back inside, or it was once I was inside. I thought, oh, hang on, that's a whole lot easier to do than I was originally thinking. So, yeah. Yippee. Rightio, I'm going to actually have a look at drilling that now and see how well it works. There is a little bit of a downside, and it's the floppiness, but we'll get over that. One of the ideas was you have these PVC pipes that can actually push through. They're exactly 20 millimeters. They're a nice friction fit in the holes. Well, they could push through and push up against any panels that are in the back there, like this, to stop it from flopping. And for the most part, for the job that I want to do next is that one. Well, probably won't take a lot of strength to be needed in the thing. Yeah. Right, now, on the assumption that that's true, there will be times when it is needed, and that's when the item needs to drop all the way down to the ground, or the bit holding it needs to be a little bit more robust. And I alluded to something the other night when I was talking about the just things that people make, like little angle brackets that can pin into place. Well, if we have one that's a little bit deeper, maybe goes back 3 holes, an upstand, and then a brace, it could then be the point of mounting for this. Now that's a possibility, and it will be, quite rigid in itself. So yeah, that's a possibility. Now the downside is you'd have to have a bit of height to be able to get any worthwhile, stiffening from it. So that might be a bit of a negative. So therefore we'd have to come up with something else instead of that, or as well as that, because there'd be oftentimes that's all we need. And besides which, that one tool can be used to brace other things like cabinets, and when we're constructing them and we want them held, they can just lift up, be used for another purpose. Hey, yeah, so all of these things, of which I better start making some to show the ideas, and if the ideas work or not, because at the end of the day, maybe they won't work as well as I was thinking. Yeah, okay, right. I'll wander off. I'll get something done, then I'll get back to you with success or failure. Yeah, I'm just waiting for the courier. I thought though I just heard them come up before, but they didn't. With the edge banding for this. So yeah, once that's done, I'll be into it. Yay! Rightio, that's it. Bleating on. Lot to do. Better get some of it done. Rightio. See you later now. Bye.